Hello, my name is Ethan, and welcome back to another episode of Path of Exile Kalandra League 3.19. In this episode, I'm going to be going over my progression, how we're doing, my day 2 build update, and the Animate Guardian. First, I want to go through the Animate Guardian that I made. So we have an Animate Guardian. I got a 21, and I linked him to minion life, so he has 51,000 life. I'd like it to have more, and I'd like to get more levels on it through global levels and stuff, but this is how much he has for now. Comparing it to the rest, the Carrion is only 42, the zombie's 22, so the AG is way tankier than the other minions, so everything else should die way before the AG. And then what do you actually have to do to keep an Animate Guardian alive? I'm going to do this really quick. So basically you come to this POB, Path of Building. You can open up an Animate Guardian. That's Animate Weapon. You can do Animate Guardian. And then you can go to Calculations. You can show your Animate Guardian. You can click Show Minion Stats. You can see the reses and Chaos Res of your Animate Guardian. With his and you have to select the actual gear that you want to show on him, otherwise it's going to assume your gear, and then you could actually put your gear in the POB and see what it does. For the glove for the Animate Guardian, I do vulnerability on hit corruption implicit, so you search for the implicit vulnerability, and then I also searched for chaos res because I wanted a bit of chaos res, because on my in game this season I didn't take grave intentions, so I don't have the chaos res cap. So they're missing 55, and so you want that on your Animate Guardian to keep him alive. Alright, now I'll show the gear that I basically put. This is basically like my Animate Guardian, but mine's slightly better than this. Okay, so what we have here is the chest plate. I had found an Astro plate because it gave the all Ellie res, and then I searched for T1 Chaos and an open suffix, so I could craft a res. And then so you have all Ellie res from the boot through the windscreen. You have all Ellie res through the chest plate. And then you can craft a mod, obviously. You could craft like fire and cold, for example. And then you just would be missing a little bit of lightning, but he's not even really missing lightning. Let me show you this. So this is the POB. Let me import that chest and let's add a modifier. Let's craft the fire and cold. That's way you're good. It's already good. Okay, so then yeah, you'd have windscreen boot for +1 curse, and then the 15 all Ellie res. You have the vulnerability corrupted curse glove with well, I went for chaos res. You could also go for one of the reses like cold, fire, and lightning, and then you could do a hybrid chaos craft on the chest plate. So we only have 52 chaos here, so we're actually missing 3 chaos on the AG, so keep that in mind. And then I have Leer cast for the you and nearby allies gain 50 increased damage. This was buffed, and then I went Kingmaker, and you can make a Kingmaker by doing the vendor recipe, Soul Taker, a Fusing, and a Heartbreaker. Then you can see here the actual reses of the Animate Guardian after putting on the gear, but this isn't counting what's actually in game because it doesn't have my tree and shit in my my ring. But basically, if I had what I have in game, so this extra resistance, and then technically I have the 8 max Ellie res mastery. He can go to 83 reses, and you see he's over cap on the lightning with just the tree and the gear that I put on him with the astral plate and the all Ellie res from the windscreen. And so then the final thing is in game. I actually have a ring with minion Ellie res, a bone ring. So this is where you would get the minion Ellie res as well. So this is in my build, and it's part of my Animate Guardian cap, so that you saw here, we would have an Animate Guardian with 40 over cap, and then 21 over cap on lightning, and 3 under cap on chaos with this Animate Guardian that we put here. So I'll leave a link to this POB for the AG specifically, just to look at the gear and how to look at it in POB. But then you can do this on an actual POB. And then this is the recipe. You can take an uncorrupted. So don't get one of these corrupted soul takers. Don't make that mistake. You can't vendor the corrupted one. So you'd have to filter for not corrupted. And then you can get a not corrupted soul taker 22, 23. You get uncorrupted heartbreaker 1C. You use it. You sell it to the vendor with a fusing orb, and you get a kingmaker that's worth more. Easy profit. So pretty much the most important thing for the Animate Guardian is capping its resistances and then overcapping its resistances for things like Elemental Weakness Curse, Scorch, Elemental Ailment. These are pretty bad and could make your Animate Guardian take multiple times damage, and it's really bad if it's missing resistance, so overcapping is my priority. And then you get all that powerful gear that gives you buffs like the Kingmaker, the Curse. The Curse is probably top tier. The +1 Curse allows you to run an extra curse, so I could actually be running like Assassin's Mark, Poacher's Mark, or even another like curse like Punishment or something. Alright, now for build updates. Okay, so I started with... The first thing was I dropped a skin of the Loyal. I was doing breaches and maps just randomly, and then I found a Chayubi, and I heard swing, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? What did I get from my breach? And I look on the ground, it's a skin of the Loyal 6-link with the perfect colors for Carrion, Golem, Brutality, Melee Fizz, Multi-Strike, Ruthless, Impale. What? And then I bought Awaken Melee Fizz, Awaken Brutality. I feel like they're kind of cheap, 60, 50C, 40C. Like, they're only going to go up. They'll probably be 1 Divine, 2 Divine for the Awaken Gems, so I bought them now. They're 1 Divine for Awaken Minion damage. I'm not sure about buying it yet. Awaken Multi was like 10 Divines, 20 Divines. It's insane. And then we had upgraded the gear, so I upgraded the Ami, Ring, Glove, and this was huge upgrades. So I got more res and life and res, and then I got chaos, and then I hybrid crafted chaos. So I did June and got the veils for the suffix of cold and chaos, lightning chaos, and then fire chaos. So I crafted hybrid chaos everywhere because I wanted to up my chaos res. So we got it to 45. We're overcapped reses, 11,000 armor, some crit reduction, pretty slow. I want to move faster, that would be nice. And getting the colors was kind of annoying. Keeping my gem socket colors and fitting it all into the build was really annoying. Then we also had finally got, we did at Zirion's Reward. It's a div card. I'll show you it. So this is at Zirion's Reward, and this gives a prismatic jewel. So the one worry is that this can give you a Watcher's Eye, so be careful. There's no way to actually be careful, but like, you know, be aware of the risk that can give a Watcher's Eye instead of an Anima Stone. But then this was cheaper. I bought those for like 14C per, instead of paying 3 Divines for an Anima Stone. So yeah, that was pretty cool. And then I bought a Primordial Harmony, and the stat you care about is summoned golems, because it's the physical golem, and the golem skill is the one you don't care about because it's summoning the golem, where the summoned golem is actually this one here. So summoned is, we want that one technically to be as high as possible, up to 45, you know, but well, divine orbs are so expensive, so rolls on uniques matter, and shit is expensive to get better rolls. But I got one harmony, 37, 38, and you can also go for the golem damage for each type of golem, but we only have one type of golem because we're only using the Carrion golem, so it's just 17 damage and 19 damage for the golem. Not massive. If we had like stone, chaos, Carrion, then it'd be times 3. I re-rolled my flasks with alterations. I have been picking up a lot of flasks because I've been finding, you know how you kill an arch nemesis and you get a fuck ton of loot explosions and weird things? I've been getting flask explosions, so I've been picking up the flasks. So I have like a lot of utility flasks. I have the flask tab, so I just went through here, grabbed a bunch of high-level quicksilvers, high-level granites, and I re-rolled. So we got increased duration, Ellie res. I don't know. Ellie res is okay for now because overcapping and protecting myself from altars and shit. And then we have freeze immune, pretty much the most important mod of all of these. Increased armor is like the second most important, and then increased evasion. So immune, freeze, huge duration on it. So it's 4.5 second duration freeze, T1 less duration. That increased duration, god, why did I have to hit T5, whatever. And then I got reduced charges, T1 armor, and I got increased duration, Ellie res, and I got reduced charges, evasion. So I mostly want duration, increased duration, reduced charges, or like gain charges when you're hit, even with the nerf. And then yeah, I was going for immune to freeze, armor, Ellie res, and then the evasion. And I actually got an instant with bleed, so that's really nice. Otherwise you use bone armor for the bleed. And this also, I was trying to actually get a different one because I find it better. So instant recovery, 66%. You see how it's 816 life? There's also this one where you get increased recovery rate, so it's 1344, and then you get half of it instantly recovered, so you'll get like 670 something, you know. But the difference is then you have also the recovery over time. So this is less instant, but then I actually like it overall. It's actually more health. Yeah. Some league recaps. So let me just show this tab. No, this tab. I stored up all these tablets. I'm not using them because I find it too difficult, too hard. I need like to be stronger. If we were like end game with crazy gear, then these would be easy, but they're just so hard and not really worth it. I have difficulty 10s, you know, pretty crazy. I just don't find it that worth it right now. And then the other thing is, so I'm just storing them up. I'm not sure. I figure it doesn't waste them then, right? And I I'll do them when I'm stronger. They feel like Delhi in that way of like they're normal content but harder. So you would want to be stronger for it before attempting it, and then it'll be actually more worth it the faster you can do it. And then I already did my Exarch and my Eater of Worlds with the build. It went pretty well. I only used like 2 portals or something. The damage was there for it. So then I actually got the shield, and the shield rolled 25 block, 15 of 20 for the cold fire, 20, 20, and then 20, 20, and then holy shit, so it's only 5 off of perfect. So I put it for 5 divines. I don't know. People have already been messaging me 30C, so it's already like on people's radar. They really need this shield. It's really insane, and I rolled it so well on my first Exarch on the quest one. And then on my Eater, I got the jewel. And then I look up this jewel on standard, and it was really expensive, and there's none on the current Kalandra trades, so I just put it for 40 divines. I've lowered it to 30. This is insane. People just need to get the money for this, and they'll probably want it right away. Holy shit. And then my blight strat has been working out really well. I've farmed up these blights. I've also already farmed like 5 blights. I've been selling. I've gotten 2 reflective oils, a silver oil, and a bunch of opalescence. I've been selling the opalescence like 6-7 C per. I sold the blacks for 6 C per. The violets are selling 2 per. This was 21 C for a silver, and it was like 20 C for a reflective. These maps are 20 C, so you just get 1 oil and it pays for the entire map. It's insane. And like we've been doing pretty good, and I've been making all these upgrades, so I've actually been printing Blight League and our Atlas recap. So I need to catch you up on this, because I made the Atlas video, but I showed going Harvest and Expedition. I've changed my mind. Basically, all we did was rush to Stream of Consciousness, get all of the map sustain that you can, right? Which is getting maps to drop tier higher. And I went for Wandering Path so that the nodes are stronger without going the notable. So the notables are dead, but now you get increased effect of the small passives. So these ones are so strong. You save points not having to get the notables. You can't get the blockage of league mechanics, but then I grabbed all of the blight. What I did is I pathed up to the lucky chest, got this, and then I got this. I filled out all the blight. And then after getting all of the blight, I said, what do I want to do now? And while I was doing blight, I've been dropping maps and getting them duplicated, the blight maps. So I started taking all of the chance for maps to be duplicated. So I'm just pathing all of this. I'm just filling out a literal web of all of these little tiny chance for map duplication, because I can duplicate blight maps, and it's a really good blight tree. And then we can actually change this to be, my idea was potentially blight ritual, and then we farm like waste pool or something, and we could use the notables again, take off Wandering Path, go ritual, so we'll get the 4 ritual, the special ritual, the re-rolling ritual 3 times, and ritual looks pretty good actually. It's kind of rippy, and then like if you die, you stop getting points in your ritual, so that's unfortunate, but yeah, it's actually looking pretty good. Expedition's pretty good too, but Harvest is fucked until they buff it probably. Holy shit. It's really hard with the Arch Nemesis, and then on top of it, doesn't feel rewarding enough. Because in all of the Harvest I've done, I've only collected 1,274, which isn't even enough for a single div card gamble. Which I was like, this looks pretty cheap. Oh, it's only 1,500. Yeah, I still don't even have 1,500. I don't have the nodes on the tree, but still, that's insane. I will end this video with a public service announcement. I sold these lesser Eldritch Embers for 4C per. I sold the lesser Eldritch Ichors for 2C per. My regrets were 1C per. Like, there's so much money in things. I told you the oils are worth a lot. It's kind of crazy. Obviously divines. What's this? 2 times. He's messaging for something else, I guess. I don't know. And like, I would recommend using Excellence next to be able to sort your tabs and see if it can call out anything that's valuable of your divs or your scarabs or fragments or something, or just things you might have missed. I recommend Excellence next for seeing some instant quick value. Not to say that it's going to price check all of your items perfectly, but it's a good way to find the value, and then you can price check it after you found the valuable items in your stash. Yeah, so if you don't know what's valuable, it can help you find it, and then you can actually spend your time and check it. Yeah. I wanted to include that because I feel like maybe people could be farming, getting stuff, and then they may not know that it's worth a lot, because this league start, everything like bubblegum is worth a lot. Everyone needs everything still. So yeah, don't forget to sell your bubblegum currency, basically, is what I'm saying. You could sell literally all this shit that you collect. I hope your league starts going well. I hope this video helps you catch up with where we're at. I don't know how I feel yet about the new league mechanic, other than it feels really rippy and is pretty difficult, and it's going to be more rewarding the stronger we are, because the faster we can do it. If we're moving 200 move speed, we have crazy clear, we're zooming through that shit, we're unkillable. Yeah, that's a big difference from the start of the game, when we're only gonna get stronger. We're literally the weakest we are right now, and we're only getting stronger because we're grinding gear and getting stronger. So this will be easier as we get stronger. Either way, thank you guys for watching. Thanks for hanging out. If you guys made it to this part in the video and you liked the video, hit that subscribe button so you guys are notified of the next video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.